get a good CV, update your LinkedIn profile, register with job boards, and think about those sort of critical steps. And more importantly, think about what you want to do. So think about whether you enjoyed your role in the industry or whether you want to move towards a different role or a different industry.
Hi, welcome to today's video, and today's question is, I've recently lost my job. I'm finding it very difficult to get another one. What should I do? Chris, this is going to be yours.
So, I mean, it's a difficult time. Lots of people have lost their jobs. You might be in a role and you're worried that there's redundancies coming around the corner. I think the first thing to address here is whether you're in an industry that is being seriously affected by the current virus and the current economic cycle. And if you are, then you need to start having a think about whether there's perhaps a pivot that you need to make into another industry or a different skill base. I think freaking out too quickly and thinking you're never going to get another job ever again is probably the wrong way to be looking at the current situation. Being able to wait for a few months and see how the market improves, if you can afford to do so, is clearly going to be a better place to have a perspective on your future employment opportunities. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. I completely agree about the industry thing. And what I mean by that is, are you worried about, or are you finding it difficult to get the same job in the same industry? Is that why? Have you ever considered changing industries perhaps? So what I mean by that is, you have transferable skills, or you have skills that you might be kind of best suited in another industry that you don't know about yet. So take this time of not having a job or job searching to honestly reflect and see where you are, see what skills you have, see what you want to do even. Like a lot of people right now are panicking to, I've got to get the same job, I've got to go back into the same role because that's what I was doing or that's what I've always been doing. But take this time to think, well, actually, you know what? Now that I've had time to think, maybe I want to do something else in a different industry. Maybe I want to pivot. Maybe I want to change. In which case, the skills that I have are A, B, C, D, and they also apply in another job. I probably would be happier there. Like, this is the time that you can take calmly to think about that. See what's transferable. See if there are other industries that you can move into, because not all industries are being affected similarly from what's been happening.
Totally. And I'd also add to that, think about a critical path, right? So if you're maybe new to the job market, this is the first time you've lost your job, maybe you've been in a stable role for 5-10 years, you probably need to start thinking about the stages of finding a new role. So first off, get a good CV, update your LinkedIn profile, register with job boards, and think about those sort of critical steps. Think about how you interview, how you present your experience and your circumstances, and more importantly, think about what you want to do. So think about whether you enjoyed your role in the industry or whether you want to move towards a different role or a different industry and how you're going to get there. But I think the point in that process is don't just try and do it all at once. You know, don't just panic when you've got a terrible CV or your CV is not getting any traction. Work on the CV. Think about then the journey that you're going to go on next.
Absolutely. So hopefully those tips and what we talked about helped today. But as always, if you have any questions, if you have any comments or anything that you want to share out to your network, please leave us a comment and please leave a share below. But otherwise, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.